Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here with another extravagant few minutes live here on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube and, of course, on our Facebook page, which is the Captain Lou Extravaganza, and live on X at The Real Captain Lou. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the Captain Lou Sports Network. You get all of our great programming live and archived, including these extravagant few minutes episodes and the Extravaganza with yours truly and my tag team partner, Mitch Bernstein. And, of course, the ACHA Power Play Season 10 rolling along. The road to St. Louis 2026. It's coming down the home stretch as we are less than 2 months away from the national championships in St. Louis in the second week of March, starting March 12th. Of course, the D2 Regionals coming up in a little over a month away. So, yeah, this is when it gets exciting with the ACHA and the Power Play, the 10th season. Our next episode for that is Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And, of course, our next extravaganza will be live this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Hey, a reminder that the extravagant few minutes, of course, and all of our programming is brought to you by the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network, and that is SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou, and you get $20 off of your purchase. That's simple. If you're in New England, if you are in Chicago, if you're in Seattle, hey, if you're in Denver and you want to go to the game, one of those NFL playoff games, go to SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou, and you'll get $20 off of your purchase. It is that simple. It's free money. Why not do it? All right, the NFL Divisional Round Playoffs are starting this afternoon. 4:30 Eastern time is the first matchup. It's going to be Buffalo at Denver. If you look at DraftKings right now, the line is Denver minus 1.5. It's going to be a great way to start off the playoff weekend. It's going to be Josh Allen versus Bo Nix. Can Josh Allen finally take that next step to get to the Super Bowl? But he's going to have to go through Denver and Bo Nix and that Denver defense. Let's not forget about that. It's a great matchup with these two teams going to start us off here at 4:30 Eastern time. And one wonders, is there any way that Sean McDermott, if the Buffalo Bills don't win this one this afternoon at Denver, is there any way that he could lose his job as the head coach of the Buffalo Bills? I know he's been there 9 years. They seem to always find a way not to take that next step to get to the Super Bowl. First, they got to get through the divisional round playoff. They are an underdog. It kind of fluctuated. They were a 1.5 favorite. Now they're a 1.5 dog at Denver. Man, it's going to be a tough matchup. That is definitely a coin flip. And it's a game that I'm staying away from because I really could see this going either way. I know I picked Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl against the Rams at the beginning of the playoffs. I'm sticking with that pick. But, boy, this is an absolute coin flip to take a bet straight up with the spread. Staying away from this one. I'm not putting money on it. I'm probably going to go with Buffalo winning on a last-second field goal. 27-24 on this one, but it's going to be a fun matchup nonetheless to kick off the weekend. How about Seattle and San Francisco? Right now, Seattle is a 7-point favorite at home against San Francisco. And the first question on this one, how serious is the oblique injury for Sam Darnold? Now, he's one of those, he wins a lot of regular season games. He's now got the number 1 overall seed at home. Can he win a playoff game at home? And then, of course, San Francisco with all of these injuries. Now you add George Kittle with the Achilles injury. Can they possibly stay and potentially upset Seattle? Can they stay within a touchdown on this one? That's going to be a tough one to call. I'm going to say Seattle's going to win this one outright, but this one could be closer than a lot of people think. So I don't know. I'm going to pick them on some teaser parlays. You'll see those a little bit later on. But boy, oh boy, is this one going to be an interesting matchup with Seattle and San Francisco. A great way to end the opening day with the doubleheader with Seattle giving 7 at home against San Francisco. That's going to be a fun matchup. And then on Sunday, it's Houston at New England. New England right now is a 3-point favorite at home against Houston. Is Drake May ready for that Houston defense? Can C.J. Stroud play a consistent 4-quarter game as they go to New England. New England, again, the number 2 seed in the AFC. They won last week against the Chargers. Houston, of course, won going away at Pittsburgh. And this is going to be an interesting matchup. I like New England in this one. I think they're going to edge Seattle. 3 points. I'm willing to lay the points on this one. But, yeah, it's going to be a good matchup to start off Sunday. And then, of course, in the nightcap, the Los Angeles Rams, 4.5-point favorite at Chicago. This is such an intriguing matchup. Right off the bat, will the elements play in this one, in the Chicago game against Los Angeles? Chicago, a 4.5-point dog. You've got the wind, you've got the cold, potential snow. But here's the bigger question. Can Chicago afford to let another double-digit lead go away? Or I should say, I really messed this one up. Can Chicago afford to let another team jump out to a big lead as they did last week against the Packers, and in that regular season finale against the Lions, and, of course, in that last game against Green Bay? This is a different animal right here in Los Angeles. And how about another question? Can Matt Stafford finally beat a Ben Johnson team in the playoffs? Of course, they couldn't do it when he was the OC at Detroit. Now he's going up against the Bears with Ben Johnson as the head coach in Chicago. This is another one of those matchups. 4.5-point favorite. Los Angeles on the road against Chicago. I just don't know about that one. I'm going to stay away from that line as well. This one's going to be a great matchup in the finale of all 4 of the divisional round matchups in the NFL playoffs. What a great weekend for NFL football. Can't wait to watch it starting at 4:30 this afternoon. All right, let's switch to hockey real quick. How about the Red Wings? Another big win last night for the Red Wings on the road, or at home, I should say, against San Jose. Still in first place in the Atlantic Division. They're in a first-place tie with Tampa Bay right now. Tampa Bay, of course, they've got some games in hand on the Red Wings, as Detroit is they've got 3 games in hand on the Red Wings, but both teams are still tied for first place in the Atlantic Division. The Canadiens are behind them at 59 points. They got a game in hand on the Red Wings. The Lightning have 2 games in hand on the Canadiens. So the Red Wings still, hey, they're doing well. 13 games over 500 at the 49-game mark. So you got to give it to the Red Wings, still maintaining their winning ways and first place in the Atlantic Division. And how about the Detroit Pistons? The Detroit Pistons right now, they are 4.5 games ahead of Boston in first place in the Eastern Conference in the NBA, 29-10. I know it doesn't sound like much with a win over Phoenix at home without Devin Booker, but Detroit spotted them a big lead in the first half and were able to come back and win this one. So the Pistons, 29-10 right now in first place in the Eastern Conference of the NBA. What a great way to start for the Red Wings in the NBA through 39 games. Let's turn to Major League Baseball. How about this? Kyle Tucker signs with the Dodgers. Shocker. The LA Dodgers get another big contract, just buying up all the talent in Major League Baseball. Is this good for the major leagues in MLB with the lockout looming in 2027? I don't think it's good, but I don't blame the Dodgers. And if you're the Dodgers, I think this is a smart signing. He's 28 years old. You've seen all these multi-year, I'm talking 8, 9-year deals that some of these players are getting. I think this was a stroke of genius for the Dodgers. Why not? Just 4 years. They can afford it. $240 million, though. Kyle Tucker getting $60 million. It's just another way the Dodgers are trying to buy themselves another World Series. And again, I don't blame them. They're not breaking the rules. Now I see Bo Bichette signs with the Mets for $43 million a year. Why not? This is a 4-year deal for them as well, or a 3-year deal. I beg your pardon. Smart signings. And again, I don't blame them. Why not? The Dodgers, as long as the rules are there, they're going to get it. But I'm telling you, this is just another reason that you're going to potentially see a lockout coming up next year or a strike either way. But the players aren't going to go for the salary cap. Something's got to give. And I'm telling you, it's just going to get uglier and uglier for baseball. towards the end of 2026. There's going to be a standoff. And some of the teams that are willing to spend the money, we're going to see how far they're going to go towards wanting a salary cap as well. So it's just looking ugly right now for Major League Baseball. Who knows? But Kyle Tucker getting that monster deal, 4 years, $240 million. The first, well, I shouldn't say the first one, but $60 million a year. The money's not deferred as of yet for the Dodgers. So if you count all the money that's not deferred, their payroll is well over $1 billion. Just absolutely amazing. All right, let's go to our teasers. And we thought we'd do something different. Presley, well, she said at first she wanted to get in front of the camera, so let's take a look. Time for Presley's parlays. She wanted to make a video appearance here for the NFL Divisional Round Playoffs. All right, so let's try this one again. Well, I tell you what, can you tell it's been a while since I've done a video? Let's see if we can't get this back now. We'll try it again. Yeah, just what are you going to do, right? See, look at me go. I'm not going to start the video over. Let's just try it again. Everybody, it's time for Presley's parlays. She wanted to make a video appearance here for the NFL Divisional Round Playoffs. Everybody, it's time for Presley's parlays. She wanted to make a video appearance here for the NFL Divisional Round Playoffs. So let's get it started. Monster parlay number 1. Take Buffalo, getting 11.5 points at Denver. This is a 13-point teaser, by the way. San Francisco, get them at plus 20 at Seattle. Then the Sunday games, New England would get 10 points against Houston at home. And finally, Chicago at home in the nightcap would get 17.5 against the Rams. That's a 13-point monster parlay, minus 140. An over-under monster parlay teaser, Presley's monster parlay number 2. How about Buffalo and Denver? Now get it at over 32.5. Then you've got Seattle, San Francisco. Take it over 31.5 when you're getting 13 points added. Then you've got Houston and New England. Over 27.5 at New England. And finally in the nightcap, it's going to be LA and Chicago. Go under 61.5. So that 14 teaser minus with the 13-point teasers minus 140. And finally, in the last one, Presley wants one more dog biscuit. Take a 3-team 10-point teaser parlay. Get Seattle at home plus 3. Then you get New England at home against Houston plus 7. And the Bears at home plus 14.5 with the line at 4.5 on DraftKings. That's a 10-point teaser at minus 120. Presley wants some dog biscuits, and I want some pizza pie. Yeah, indeed I do. We both do, don't we? So sorry about that. I'm telling you, it's been a while since I've done videos on here, obviously, right? We got it on there. So there you go. All right, everybody. Let's enjoy the football this weekend. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, the official lines right now are Denver minus 1.5 at home against Buffalo. And I want to reiterate, I goofed up on my first monster parlay with Presley. It would be Denver getting 11.5 points on that, not Buffalo. So, but you saw the graphic on there. So go by the graphic, not but by what I said. So anyways, it's Denver minus 1 right now. The official line and the over-under on that one is 45.5. And in the nightcap, it's Seattle laying 7. So San Francisco is getting 7 points in that game at Seattle. And then on Sunday, you've got Houston getting 3 points at New England. Boy, I'm going to go with New England on that one. And Chicago getting 4.5 at home against the Rams. So there's going to be 4 interesting games. It's NFL Divisional Weekend. Enjoy the football games. And, of course, don't forget Monday, the national championship game, Miami and Indiana. Miami an 8.5-point underdog against Indiana. Man, that's a lot of points as Indiana goes for that perfect season. All right, everybody, enjoy the games. Thanks. I want to thank everybody for taking time out to be with us here on the network. And however you're watching us around the world here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Yours truly, Captain Lou, saying keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving, and as always, keep your